Hello, my name is Michael, and I obsess. I come across something that grabs me and I consume until I can't take anymore, and then I'm on to the next. Some obsessions last a week, others a lifetime. It is my intention to explore these obsessions with you as they occur while the passion is hot. Welcome to Eclectic Obsessions. I don't fully recall how I'd first heard of this series. I was living in Los Angeles at the time, and I suppose word of it was just going around. Within a minute of starting the first episode, I was hooked. We will be exploring the web series Yacht Rock on this episode of Eclectic Obsessions. Yacht Rock is an online video series following the fictionalized lives and careers of American soft rock stars of the late 1970s and early 1980s. The series inspired the term as a musical descriptor for the songs and artists it features. The series was written, directed, and produced by J.D. Riznar, co-produced by David Lyons and Hunter Stair, and edited by Lane Farnham. Their saga detailing the unknown mythical origins of a previously obscure genre of music struck the audience like a lightning bolt with its first episode. The series debuted on Channel 101 on June 26, 2005. Subsequent episodes placed in the top 5 until June 25, 2006, where it placed 7th and was cancelled. The show remained a popular download on the site, convincing the creators to make 2 additional episodes independently. The 11th episode, featuring Jason Lee as Kevin Bacon, debuted during a screening at the Knitting Factory in New York City on December 27, 2007, and was later included with the other episodes on Channel 101. On May 5, 2010, the 12th and final episode of Yacht Rock was released onto Channel 101 and YouTube. Unlike other internet-based parody series, Yacht Rock was never sued by its iconic characters' real-life counterparts. In fact, it is said that at one time or another, just about every musician portrayed in the series has witnessed and enjoyed it behind closed doors. Yacht Rock enjoyed success on levels and in ways previously unattained by other Channel 101 shows, its title becoming a household phrase at radio stations, a bin at record stores, and a category on iTunes. Ironically, Channel 101's most memorable show came to its end quietly and unremarkably, simply telling us one last story about Steely Dan before hoisting its sails and drifting away exactly 1 year after its debut. Yacht Rock, originally known as the West Coast Sound or adult-oriented rock, is a broad music style and aesthetic commonly associated with soft rock that was one of the most commercially successful genres from the mid-1970s to early 1980s. Drawing on sources such as smooth soul, smooth jazz, R&B, funk, and disco, common stylistic traits include high-quality production, clean vocals, and a focus on light, catchy melodies. Its name, coined in 2005, was derived from its association with the popular Southern Californian leisure activity of sailing. The series' co-creators have attempted to apply precision to what is defined as yacht rock and have been critical of overly expansive definitions of the term. In 2016, they invented the term yacht rock to refer to songs that have sometimes been classified as yacht rock, but that they felt did not fit the definition. Factors that the group list relevant to yacht rock include high production value, use of elite Los Angeles-based studio musicians and producers associated with the genre, jazz and R&B influences, use of electric piano, complex and wry lyrics, lyrics about heartbroken men, particularly involving the word fool, and an upbeat rhythm coined the doobie bounce. The creators have argued that many artists sometimes associated with yacht rock, particularly the folk-driven soft rock of Gordon Lightfoot and the Eagles, fall outside the scope of the term as originally conceived. They have also disputed the use of the term as an umbrella for any song whose lyrics include nautical references. Riznar and Stair devised the series after noticing the converging recording careers of such bands as Steely Dan, Toto, and the Doobie Brothers, and the singer-songwriters Kenny Loggins and Michael McDonald. For example, McDonald co-wrote Loggins' This Is It, and Loggins co-wrote McDonald's hit What a Fool Believes for his band the Doobie Brothers. McDonald also performed backing vocals for many other yacht rock artists, including Steely Dan, Toto, and Christopher Cross. Riznar admits to having a fascination with the music of the period. As he explained, getting into Steely Dan really started this for me, as did the ability to buy dollar records at the store and put them on tapes for my car. As Riznar told Reuters contributor Andy Sullivan, "I'm making fun of the songwriting process, but the music is generally treated pretty lovingly." Yacht Rock's episodes are hosted by Hollywood Steve Huey, a music critic for AllMusic. The term Yacht Rock is never used throughout the series by any characters except for Huey during his introductions. Instead, it is always referred to as smooth music. "I turned 30 right before we started doing this series," Huey said, "and I thought, well, this is a nice round number. What do 30-year-olds do? I feel like it's time I get into Steely Dan. I bought most of the catalog and was like, this is my new identity. I'm gonna unwind, start listening to Steely Dan, and leave parties early." The series depicts some realistic aspects of the music, but builds exaggerated storylines around them. For example, main protagonists Loggins and McDonald receive inspiration from a fictional impresario named Coco Goldstein, whose death in episode 2 ultimately leads them to go their separate ways musically. Stair said, "The seed of Coco the Manager is, there's a Doobie Brothers album that has a sweet-looking manager dude on it. I remember sitting there with JD and being like, look how awesome this guy is." Dave Lyons invented the Coco character while out drinking one night. He just put on a bunch of garbage 70s clothes he had around the house and had a little stupid whistle around his neck. All these little touches. That's what Dave is so great at. Another example is the series' depiction of several real-life characters. McDonald is an idealistic and earnest singer-songwriter, but takes both smooth music and himself far too seriously. Loggins is his easygoing friend and frequent collaborator who eventually abandons smooth music in favor of commercial rock and roll in the 80s, which strains their friendship. The portrayal of John Oates as the abusive, foul-mouthed leader of Hall & Oates, exerting violent control over the milquetoast Daryl Hall, is clearly different from reality, in which Hall is the main lead vocalist and songwriter with no hint of a rivalry. Christopher Cross is depicted as a wide-eyed, timid hayseed whose song Sailing is lauded as the smoothest song ever. Loggins' former partner Jim Messina is a bitter wino who hates Loggins for his success and perceived betrayal. Michael Jackson is depicted as a hard rock enthusiast who believes his partnership with guitarist Eddie Van Halen will lead to an endless parade of female sexual conquests. Jeff "Skunk" Baxter, the Doobie Brothers' lead guitarist, is seen threatening to kick McDonald out of the Doobies if he doesn't write them another hit. The Eagles and Steely Dan really did insert lyrical references to each other in their music as depicted in the show, but these were actually friendly in nature, not part of a long-time grudge involving baseball bats and lunch money shakedowns. John Oates credited Yacht Rock in 2007 with rekindling interest in Hall & Oates and lowering the demographic age of the group's fans, saying, "I think Yacht Rock was the beginning of this whole Hall & Oates resurrection. They were the first ones to start to parody us and put us out there again, and a lot of things have happened because of Yacht Rock." Michael McDonald commented on Yacht Rock in a 2008 interview. "I thought Yacht Rock was hilarious, and uncannily, these things always have a little bit of truth to them. It's kind of like when you get a letter from a stalker who's never met you. They somehow hit on something, and you have to admit they're pretty intuitive." What a Fool Believes. In the pilot episode, Kenny Loggins, under the guidance of Coco Goldstein, reaches out to a struggling Michael McDonald, who's having trouble writing a smooth hit for his band, the Doobie Brothers. Featured songs are Sail in the Wind by Loggins and Messina, Whenever I Call You Friend by Kenny Loggins, What a Fool Believes by the Doobie Brothers. Also featured as incidental music played at the outset of the episode is Breezin' by George Benson.
From 1976 to 1984, the radio airwaves were dominated by really smooth music, also known as yacht rock. These yacht rockers docked a remarkable fleet of #1 hits, and every song has a story behind it. Let me tell you one.
You like being in the Doobie Brothers, right? Then write us a hit song like you promised. If you leave us high and dry for the big gig at Coco's tonight, out of the Doobies.
I love being in the Doobies. It's so smooth. But I'm an artist. I can't write hit songs. But maybe you guys like what I have so far? Wicked woman, cool crimson mistress. You got a cool spell on me.
Maybe you should team up with Kenny. He's a hit machine.
Great idea, Mike. I'd love to work with you.
Oh, what, you can toss me overboard like you did your last partner?
Messina was totally cool with me kicking him to the curb.
He's been living in an alley at the hotel across the marina for a week. The man is swimming in sadness.
I guess we swim him over a life vest. Let's set sail. Jimmy Messina, how's she blown?
F*** you, Loggins. F***ed up. Why'd you do this to me? Why'd you kick me out of the band?
This is getting too real. This is gonna be me, I know it.
Come on, everybody. Everything's smooth. Jimmy, remember the good times.
This is ridiculous. You're a sentimental fool, Kenny. You think you can come right back here from long ago and recreate your friendship just by mustering a smile and telling some nostalgic tales? That's what a fool believes, Kenny. That's what a fool believes.
Jimmy, looks like you've inspired them to set sail on a voyage straight to the top of the charts.
All of you, shut the f*** up. Paul and I will not stand idly by while you California vagina sailors stab the American airwaves in the balls with your music.
Oh yeah, well, what are you gonna do about it?
We challenge you to a songwriting contest.
You're on, Hall Notes.
Keep the Fire. Loggins and McDonald pair up against the duo Hall & Oates for a songwriting competition. Coco is accidentally impaled by his lucky harpoon during the ensuing melee, but is at peace before his death by hearing the smoothest song ever sung, Sailing, by a young Christopher Cross. Featured songs are Sarah's Smile and Portable Radio by Hall & Oates, This Is It and Keep the Fire by Kenny Loggins, Sailing by Christopher Cross. The intro of Peg by Steely Dan is played at the outset of the episode.
Welcome to the songwriting contest between Hall & Oates and Loggins and McDonald. Gentlemen, good songwriting comes from a place in the soul few dare to explore. Oates seems confident.
But a red sky last night is a sailor's delight. And I've got my lucky harpoon. Feel good about today, boys.
Let's do this! Hall & Oates! No more songs about Sarah!
Sarah's Smile. Get your dick out of your heart. Do you even know what the kids in the street are listening to? Disco, motherfucker. Turn up the power. So what are you gonna write a disco song about?
Hey, Kenny Loggins, if we don't go all out smooth with this song, then we're gonna write Hall & Oates have already won.
This is a fight. We need a hard riff and a backbeat. Hey, don't you dare lose the smooth. I love you guys. I love your music. That's why I keep the fire. This is it. Stand up and fight for this, or it's over. You think that maybe it's over.
Hey, can I play my song now? I'm gonna play my song. Coco, you've inspired me. Coco? Where's Coco?
Hey guys, you see my lucky harpoon?
Coco, no!
Don't stop. It's so beautiful. So smooth. I heard the same song in my childhood dreams. Played by a man named Christopher Cross. You must take that name and sing to the world. I have to die now. Mike, keep the fire.
There are no winners today, but I felt the raw power of really smooth music.
I'm Alright. As everyone grieves Coco's death, Loggins lashes out at MacDonald and smooth music as a whole, causing a rift between the two. Sleazy entertainment executive Gene Balboa, who is producing the movie Caddyshack, demands that the movie's director Harold Ramis obtain Loggins' talents to write the movie's theme song. Ramis takes advantage of an angry and confused Loggins and gets him to write and record the hard rock song I'm Alright, much to MacDonald's dismay. Featured songs are Time Out of Mind by Steely Dan, How Do the Fools Survive by the Doobie Brothers, Lights and Any Way You Want It by Journey, Kid Charlemagne by Steely Dan, and I'm Alright by Kenny Loggins.
Kenny Loggins' transition from yacht rock boy wonder to rockin' soundtrack king didn't happen overnight. It happened in one afternoon.
Let's watch. Okay, I'll get a new theme song. I'll get anyone you want. Who do you want, Gene?
Kenny Loggins.
A hit machine with the heart of a rock and roller. Unfortunately, he's trapped in a prison of gentle grooves. You must free him and get a rocking theme.
Coco. Donald says Coco's not truly dead until the smooth music is.
And he's absolutely right. That's why I haven't shed a single tear for Coco.
You! You're not Coco. Coco's dead as shit. Shout it, Steely Dan. I'm alright. Don't worry about me. I can keep the fire by myself!
Kenny!
Loggins. Kenny Loggins, just the man I was looking for. Harold Ramis from Hollywood. Listen, I'm doing a golf picture with Michael O'Keefe. See, Kenny, Coco died to give you permission to rock. But Kenny.
What? Kenny snuck into the studio to record a song for Hollywood? Dear God, I hope it's smooth.
Looks like Mike has finally reached the 5th stage of grieving, acceptance. And Kenny's reached the 6th, rocking out.
Rosanna. Steve Porcaro, the keyboard player of the band Toto, is asked by his girlfriend Rosanna Arquette to write a song about her, and she wants him to have Michael McDonald sing on the track. Discouraged by McDonald's disdain for his band, Porcaro devises a 3-step plan to make it happen. Featured songs are Hold the Line and Rosanna by Toto, Ride Like the Wind by Christopher Cross, and Don't Fight It by Kenny Loggins and Steve Perry.
1981 saw the emergence of a second wave of yacht rock, thanks in large part to one very horny member of the rock group Toto.
I swear, and I'm not even joking, that I had the best time with you today, Rosanna. What?
Your band should write a song about me.
Fucking will, I swear.
I'm serious. I'm really good at acting, and my chi is so balanced. And if you really want to get our root chakras aligned, you should get Michael McDonald to sing on my song.
Okay. All right, Toto, I've done some research and found out Michael McDonald hates our band. So I've devised a 3-part plan to break him down. Step 1, ask nicely.
No.
I hate your band.
Whoa. Step 2. Make him an irrelevant joke.
Yeah, I can get that sketch on SCTV, no problem. Sounds hilarious.
Hey, they're playing my song on MTV.
Oh no, this isn't MTV. This is a comedy show.
They're making fun of you. It's supposed to be you. That's hilarious. Michael? Michael, I'm sorry. Come back. I didn't mean to laugh.
And step 3, Loggins.
Loggins, I gotta hand it to you, brother. You really managed to annoy me. And you can tell your little friend in Toto that I'm not singing on their rock song.
Now, in the unlikely event that this plan should fail, I will turn to you, my brothers in Toto, to help me write a song so smooth and awesome that Rosanna Arquette will have no choice but to f*** my brains out. You got him, brother. Go, Toto, go!
Right now, brand new bakery fresh music from Toto. And forgive my Francais, but f***ing shit. I wish I knew the girl this song was written about.
I heard the record. I never knew that smooth music could rock so hard. I'm so sorry. I'm ready for the 80s, and I've got some ideas. Like we could...
Oh my God.
Stay smooth, Steve.
That's a chakra. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's different. Oh, that's weird.
Believe in it. Toto has been commissioned to write a smooth song for Michael Jackson's Thriller, but Jackson rejects the band, believing after working with Eddie Van Halen on Beat It that such material is in his past. Fearing that Jackson will destroy smooth music for a decade, Porcaro turns to McDonald, Loggins, Skunk Baxter, Cross, and Vincent Price to summon up Coco's ghost for help writing Human Nature. Featured songs are Believe in It by Michael McDonald, Beat It by Michael Jackson, Thriller by Rod Temperton performed by Michael Jackson, I Gotta Try by Kenny Loggins and Michael McDonald, Eruption by Van Halen, and Human Nature by Steve Porcaro and John Bettis, performed by Michael Jackson.
Tonight's story is one of my favorites. It's the story of how Michael Jackson got his smooth back.
What's up?
We need your help. Big time.
This smooth music, Steve! I ain't ever born no more. Understand? Come on! This hard rock has got me and Eddie drilling more than Black and Decker.
We were given a job to write a smooth song for this album, and Toto sees its assignments through.
Say no more, Steve. I will do anything for smooth music. Whoa. This is the alley
Yeah,
where
it's
Coco...
the f***ing alley where Coco died.
Why would you bring me here?
Because nobody inspired smooth music like Coco. There's this guy working on Michael Jackson's album. Here he comes now.
Impending death, the afterlife, is what scares Jackson most. We must spook the smooth back into him. With the help of Coco's ghost. Coco! Coco! It is I, Vincent Price, the actor. I have summoned your friends in hopes that you might be persuaded to once more inspire an artist to embrace smooth music. Smooth music will be dead forever!
Go, Toto, go! Go, go, Toto, go! Go, go!
No, no! Hey! 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 No! Oh!
Looking out across the night.
Do you think he knows I turned my back on smooth music?
Yeah. But I don't think he cares.
Bye, Coco.
Thanks, Coco. That was for the children.
The Seed Drill. Hollywood Steve's father demands that Steve stop wasting his time on yacht rock and relates a historic tale of the agriculturist Jethro Tull, the plot of which is similar to episode 1. Featured songs are Aqualung, Teacher, Jack in the Green, Living in the Past, and The Whistler by Jethro Tull.
Oh, hi. I'm Big Rabbit's Gary, published author. I forbid my son Stephen from hosting this insignificant rock history show. Oh, forbidden! I refuse to let you prattle on about smooth music, the Doobie Brothers, Jethro Tull, bah!
Father, Jethro Tull isn't smooth.
Ah, but the real Jethro Tull was.
Ah, Goodman Hall and Oates. Send word of my winter turnips to the New World.
Tilling a winter field with turnips is a fool's errand, Townsend.
Ah, but without the blood and dreams of fools, our bountiful harvest would cease. Pardon me. Jethro Tull, master of fife and farm. Oh, look thither. Seems Anderson is brooding while he should be tilling my turnip fields. Get to work, thee. Be still. I shall cheer him with a triddly-doo and a tra-la-la.
Anderson had a right to be concerned. Earlier that day.
You like working in the fields, right? Planting the Lord's turnips like you promised. If you don't till this entire field by twilight of the vernal equinox, death to thee.
I was a fool to suggest I could till your frozen field with nary a hand. This device is all I could muster to aid me in the task.
Rest easy, for I have mustered the aid of Jethro Tull. When I play my fife, the fairies whisper me the secrets of tillage.
Your fairy secrets have left even Jack in the Green, spirit of the wood, in ill health.
I was not aware. We shall find him and heal him with the powers of my mystical fife.
I would fain drill that fife into thy skull and pulverize it.
Fie on the fife! Fie! Fie! What hath this to do with tillage?
Oh, fellows,
mayhap we need a fife-like drill to sow seed deep into the ground.
Placed behind the horse-drawn plow, this device will release the frozen soil's nutrients in but one pass. Yes!
So the two men combined resources to produce the seed drill, which revolutionized agriculture forever.
I bestow upon thee my mystical fife compositions, so you may call on the fairies in fretful times.
Sadly, somewhere in history, those compositions were forever lost.
No, Father. In 1967, William Anderson's descendant Ian Anderson found those compositions, which inspired him to create Jethro Tull, the band. The music of the historic inventor Jethro Tull lives on, through rock and roll.
I keep forgetting. McDonald and Loggins make a bet about the popularity of McDonald's new song, I Keep Forgetting Every Time You're Near. 10 years later, Long Beach-based rappers Warren G and Nate Dogg struggle with finding a sound within the gangster rap world. After the two accidentally hit McDonald with their car and then take him back to their house, a solution is found to everyone's problems. Featured songs are I Keep Forgetting Every Time You're Near by Michael McDonald, Swear Your Love by Kenny Loggins, G's and Hustlers by Snoop Dogg, Let Me Ride by Dr. Dre, Who Am I, What's My Name by Snoop Dogg, and Regulate by Warren G featuring Nate Dogg.
Tonight's story is about a gentleman's wager that took 10 years and a pop music revolution to settle.
Hey, Logan, check us out, huh? Jogging.
It's all about image these days.
Check out my new single. What do you think? Number 1?
Ew. It's way too smooth for the 80s. It's not going to get past number 4.
God damn it, Loggins. The smooth grooves of this song alone will make it to at least number 2.
All right. Usual wager?
All right, that was Michael McDonald with I Keep Forgetting. She beat that number 4 last week. Now down 2 spots to number.
The rap game's all about image, and you ain't got it.
I'm hard. Bad to the bone. Bad to the bone gangster.
I'm not a rapper. I'm a punk.
How about jaywalking?
Can't do a crime.
Oh, I think we just did a crime.
Rolling in my 6'4".
Little brother, you don't get it. You don't gotta be all gangster to make it in the rap game. You gotta find a style that fits, and you're not hard. You're smooth.
Where am I? Where am I?
Oh, shit! Yes, where am I?
This isn't doing anything to clear up my memory.
Come on, Amnesia Jack. You're a doobie brother. Michael McDonald, one smooth motherfucker.
Recognize this?
So smooth. I'm Michael McDonald. Lauren, you lucky motherfucker. You need a smooth groove? Sample this.
I'm twerking into a whole new era. G-Funk, step to this, I dare ya.
All right, Warren G doing some regulating. You know, I keep forgetting which Michael McDonald song that samples. It's in at number 2 this week.
Loggins! Loggins! You here? Somebody turned my song into a rap song and made it number 2. You here to regulate? Mount up!
Gino the Manager. Hollywood Steve returns to the very beginning, where Doobie Brothers producer Ted Templeman explains his dream about the origin of the smoothest rock ever heard to Skunk Baxter over lunch. Baxter suggests seeing Coco about it, and Templeman starts seeing his dream become real as he meets a young McDonald, then a background singer for Steely Dan, being talked into joining the Doobie Brothers by Steely Dan and Coco. Loggins showing signs of his imminent break from Messina and solo stardom, and an effeminate Hall & Oates with a very familiar-looking manager named Gino, who tries to bully McDonald and Loggins into employing him as a manager. When they refuse, he plots revenge. Featured songs are Love Will Keep Us Together by Captain and Tennille, Any World That I'm Welcome To by Steely Dan, Watching the River Run by Loggins and Messina, Gino the Manager by Daryl Hall and John Oates, and Taking It to the Streets by the Doobie Brothers.
Yacht Rock was born in 1975 after a mystical vision by Doobie Brothers producer Ted Templeman. I actually saw a vision that really freaked me out. We were dying of thirst, stranded on this yacht on a windless day. Steely Dan and a seal in a crown approach on this lifeboat. As they get closer, the breeze picked up and I hear the smoothest rock I've ever heard in my life come out of this seal king, but they can't get to us because these two ugly women keep ramming us with a motorboat. So I take this giant harpoon. We must go to Coco's boathouse now.
I brought everybody here so we could sail off to a smoother world together. A world far smoother than the one I come from. Isn't that right? Steely Dan! Better than the one I got from.
The Seal King. Don't be a fool, Mike. Go to the Doobies.
Doobies, my logo, bow wow, Michael McDonald, squaddly-dee.
Listen to him, Mike. Trust him. The only thing that can penetrate our fortress of smoothitude is friendship.
Gino Balzarelli, Philly, PA, music rep. Hey, Mikey, you don't need the Doobies. You could go solo with me as your manager. I can get you anything you want. Just ask my most successful clients. Howling Oates. Ugly women.
Side on the line, side on the line, on the line. My vision is coming true.
Tell me how it ends.
You don't want to know.
You two head back to Philly. Take off that makeup and toughen up. Come back here and prove you're the best. Don't be afraid to fight. I stayed here, changed my identity, and wore things from Hollywood. It may take a decade. Big McDonald will regret the days he turned down old Chief. I am Gene Balboa. Manuel, I need more blood.
Runnin' with the Devil. Van Halen puts a curse on Ted Templeman to force him to produce their hard rock song. In a subplot, Loggins loses his car keys and has everyone in the studio helping him look. Comedian Drew Carey makes a cameo appearance, along with fellow Whose Line Is It Anyway star Jeff Davis, who plays David Lee Roth in this episode. Featured songs are Atomic Punk and Runnin' With the Devil by Van Halen, Echoes of Love by the Doobie Brothers, I'm the One by Van Halen. In addition, a short clip of the Ian Hunter song Cleveland Rocks, as recorded by the Presidency of the United States of America for the Drew Carey Show, is also used during the introduction with Carey.
In conclusion, your skill as a smooth producer is the key element in the creation of our dominant brand of hard rock.
Sorry guys, hard rock don't get my card. The doobies do.
Skiddly-biddly-bop! You will suffer great pain and hellish visions whenever you hear Michael McDonald's voice, until you realize producing the Halen is all the healing you be.
Skiddly-biddly-bop.
Ted, if I ever catch you producing anything but smooth music, I'll quit singing forever.
No worries there, my friend. What do you say we crank it up a notch, Coco?
Hey.
What did you see in there?
You don't want to know.
Hey, you're doing a good job. Everything's turning out real smooth. Check it out.
Playback! All right, I'll do it. We'll sneak into the studio tonight when there's nobody there, but this has got to be top secret. Do you understand?
Oh, yeah. Loud and clear. Emphasis on loud.
What the f***? My studio is for smooth music!
Oh, God, you don't understand. The heavy metal devil made me do this.
Smooth Jesus made me do this!
Finally found Loggins' keys. Sweet Jesus, that's smooth. Good work, Ted.
FM. Steely Dan and the Eagles settle a long-time childish feud with a hit song. Featured songs are I Believe in Love by Kenny Loggins, Life in the Fast Lane by the Eagles, Everything You Did, Do It Again, and Peg by Steely Dan, Hotel California by the Eagles, FM No Static at All by Steely Dan. In addition, an instrumental snippet of Winter by Tori Amos is used in the introduction.
Back in the late 70s, Steely Dan was known for three things: their dark, sarcastic lyrics, their studio perfectionism, and their bitter feud with the Eagles.
What? I need a smooth theme song for a new movie called FM starring Michael Brandon.
Kenny Loggins doesn't do soundtracks.
Guess I'll just have to go with my second choice.
Ugh. You know, if you want smooth, you want Steely Dan.
That FM theme song should have been ours. How'd you dark steal it from us? Was it your dark, sarcastic lyrics?
No. You see, our music doesn't sound like white noise.
Real funny, Einstein. How much money you got on you? Eagles!
It's really good music.
Shh, listen. Is that dark sarcasm?
Just checked into Hotel California. Somebody die, never leave.
I can't hear you through all that dork static. Speak clearly.
Eat bat. Hey. You animals.
Please stop beating us still again. We'll do anything you please.
This music is good.
Shh.
Hear that, Loggins? Movie music magic. You know, I've got another picture coming up.
You'll never break me.
Oh, you better believe I will.
Footloose. Jimmy Buffett is convinced by Kevin Bacon and Gene Balboa to trick Kenny Loggins into making yet another movie song. He is subsequently kidnapped by Buffett and his psychotic parrot heads, and it's up to Michael McDonald and James Ingram to rescue him. Featured songs are Holding Out for a Hero by Bonnie Tyler, If It's Not What You're Looking For by Kenny Loggins, Yamo Be There by James Ingram and Michael McDonald, Margaritaville by Jimmy Buffett, Changes in Latitudes, Changes in Attitudes, and I'm Free, Heaven Helps the Man by Kenny Loggins, Pencil Thin Mustache and Why Don't We Get Drunk by Jimmy Buffett, and Footloose by Kenny Loggins.
This is the story of Kenny Loggins writing Footloose.
These people love cheeseburgers, but they can't get them. We're gonna give the people the cheeseburgers, and they're gonna get to the Caribbean. The end. So you can make the movie or what?
First, we must attach a hot young star.
Oink, chop, sizzle, crunch. Holy it's the guy from Friday the 13th who got stabbed through the fucking neck. Let's sizzle with the crunch. The Bacon's making a movie.
The boy who dances away oppression.
Needs a sweet theme song. I'll do it! Fuck you, Buffett! Your music is shit! The Bake wants the law.
If you could boss Kenny Loggins to write this theme song, I'll produce cheeseburgers taste good.
And the Bacon will star.
Loggins.
Hey Loggins, this is Michael McDonald. Do you want to come over? James Ingram and I are wasted writing smooth music.
You're not gonna trick me into writing a movie theme.
Movie theme. Hollywood.
That movie is on 15, man.
What? Yamo Be There?
Welcome to Margaritaville. I'm Jack. This is Louise.
None of that heavy rock and roll. Only Jimmy Buffett music here. It's the law.
But Jimmy Buffett sucks cat.
Private concert time!
Super!
That sounds good.
It's mellow, but not smooth. Kind of shitty. Jimmy Buffett. Yamo murdered a lot of people out there. They're not people, James Ingram. They're Jimmy Buffett fans.
I did it, Loggins! I tricked you into making a movie theme! Gene Balboa says thank you!
You tell Gene Balboa he just stepped into a very dangerous zone.
Care for a me LT? I love this set. I love that my last name is Bacon.
Move out! I need more bacon!
Danger Zone. As the mid-80s approach, Michael McDonald feels that with the death of Yacht Rock, he has become the irrelevant joke he always feared. Kenny Loggins, on the other hand, has grown to love doing movie soundtracks, and his career is still in high gear. Extraterrestrial composer Giorgio Moroder is sent to Earth to seek Loggins' assistance in fighting a black hole that will destroy Moroder's planet. Fearing for his friend's life, McDonald tries to rescue him, and in the process finds his relevance. By the end of the episode, the loose ends of the past 11 are tied together, including the revelation that all of Yacht Rock had been a plan by Coco to lead to the song Sweet Freedom, but left with a cliffhanger ending as to who murdered Coco. Featured songs are We Are the World by USA for Africa, Charm the Snake by Christopher Cross, Method of Modern Love by Hall & Oates, Danger Zone and Playing with the Boys by Kenny Loggins, Sweet Freedom by Michael McDonald, and Sailing by Christopher Cross.
Set in outer space war. Let me tell you about it.
You know what you should do, Mike, is a Hollywood soundtrack hit.
Oh, Hollywood. I don't need Hollywood. I'm smooth.
This ain't Motown, Mike. This is Planet 80s. And if you want to stay relevant, you gotta either dye that gray beard or do a soundtrack.
My beard's not that gray, and there's nothing on this planet that could convince me to do a Hollywood soundtrack.
Giorgio, a black hole is about to eat our planet. You must get a relevant pop star from Earth to record a Hollywood soundtrack hit that rocks hard enough to explode the black hole.
Hey, Arturo, Scan King Cole.
All right, Loggins, wait up.
Whoa there, Grizzly Bear.
Where's the invite? Huh? You gotta be a relevant pop star to be in this room.
Michael McDonald, the voice of the 70s.
It's 1985, no!
I just want to help save a people.
How about you record a hit, you irrelevant graybeard motherfucker?
Hey, someone get Santa Claus out of here? Africa's hungry.
Buongiorno, I am Giorgio, from the outer space. I need someone to record this Hollywood soundtrack hit I wrote. It goes, bam bam boom bam bam.
Shove it up your butt, Mork. We're busy.
But please, it is my planet. It's headed for the black hole.
Your planet's in the danger zone?
You understand? Come quickly. Do the StarCraft.
Not so fast, Loggins. Hall and I come from that black hole, and if you explode it, our people will die.
This is pretty weird, huh?
How do I get back on top, Jimmy Musina?
I don't know. I'm Jim Messina.
You think maybe I should record a Hollywood soundtrack hit?
No, you're irrelevant.
Well, what should I do, Jimmy? I'm desperate.
You're desperate?
You better charm that snake.
Charm the snake? What the f*** does that mean?
It means reinvent your image in a desperate attempt at relevance. Christopher Cross?
I'm here, I'm relevant, and I'm ready to record a Hollywood soundtrack hit, Balboa.
I knew you'd come crawling to me one day, McDonald. Inside this magical box is the theme for an untitled Gregory Hines cop movie. If you truly believe you're as relevant as you say you are, you should have no problem opening it. Where's the beef, McDonald?
Giorgio murdered to Kenny Loggins in outer space to blow up the black hole. I gave you laser guns. Loggins knows karate.
End this. Get to the UFO, fly to outer space, and kill Kenny Loggins.
Balls, that's relevant. I gotta save Loggins. Where can I find a spaceship?
Anyway, this is Hollywood. Come on.
It's a boat speed.
Now the only way to destroy our black hole is with the raw power of really smooth music.
Use the smooth, Kenny.
F you, Coco. I'm a rocker.
Set death laser coordinates to the middle of Loggins' face. Come on, you Falcon! What the f***?
This song is relevant.
Manuel, I need more.
Loggins and McDonald, as a reward for your bravery, you will both find permanent homes on adult contemporary radio. And one more thing.
Fucking Coco!
Coco was my earth form. My name is Krell, the space god of smooth music and seafaring. And I have set all of the events in your life into motion, so you, Michael McDonald, would record Sweet Freedom.
Wait, so you mean to tell me that everything that happened was just so I would record a song for a Gregory Hines movie?
Your adventures together are just beginning. Take these laser guns and avenge the murder of my earth form Coco.
Coco was murdered?
Yes, and I'll bet you'd like to know who killed Coco.
Well, yeah, we need to know who to shoot with these laser guns.
The murderer of Coco was...
Hunter Stair said, "The way I always looked at yacht rock was that we kind of did what the Blues Brothers did. We took the music that we really loved that we weren't really part of and reintroduced it to our generation a little bit. The one thing I hope we got across is that the music is really good and that we were huge fans of it. The whole reason we did the show is because we loved it." David Lyons said, "I felt we always treated the music lovingly. It was always treated with respect. What we were trying to make fun of was all these guys hanging out and the ridiculous things they were into. I heard a story that Kenny Loggins got married in the nude. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's the kind of late 70s, early 80s Southern California horse that is so delightful about yacht rock. Like wanting to find out what your root chakra is. That's what's funny about it. I mean, of course Kenny Loggins and Steve Perry are going to be into karate." In 2016, the series stars continued on with a podcast called Beyond Yacht Rock. This series revolves around top 10 countdowns of genres they have newly invented, as well as episodes built around analysis of the work of musicians such as Steve Perry and Van Halen. On the Yacht or Yacht episodes, they rank listener-submitted songs on the Yachtski scale as being either within or outside of the genre.
Listen to that. It's so good. This fucking genre is so good.
Get used to that because every single song on the countdown is going to sound just like this.
Yep.
It's like in a couple episodes when we do an all Sussudio tribute episode. I'm teasing it now. Go ahead, Steve.
All right, so after I did the post-Motown show for episode 38, the Richmond-based yacht rock tribute band, 3 Sheets to the Wind, asked me on Twitter why I didn't call that genre Fotown, to which I replied, that's a totally different genre. And it is, which is what we're getting into today. And then Hunter also did his New Wop episode, which has been very popular, a lot of listens for that one. And he used a song that I'd always thought of as Fotown, and I said to myself, I must begin to draw these distinctions for an eagerly awaiting universe.
The wait is over, universe.
At long last.
Steve, did you come up with this name Fotown by yourself, or did someone else?
Well, I came up with the name by myself, but I am far from the first person in the world to whom this particular pun has occurred.
All right, quick, let's snatch up the trademark and start a band that plays mostly New Wop.
Finally, we're going to cash in.
I'm on UrbanDictionary.com, and it says Fotown is representative of the genre of music borrowing heavily from the Motown era. Though Motown label helped to spotlight talented African-American artists, Fotown artists are predominantly white. Examples of the Motown artists are Aretha Franklin, Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder.
Aretha Franklin was never on Motown.
The term was first used in New York City by an informed music website blogger in 2007. The examples that he gives are Justin Timberlake, Alicia Keys, and Amy Winehouse's Motown, but this is stupid and wrong.
That's correct.
Steve is getting it right today.
Right.
This playlist is undoubtedly Fotown, and they don't have to be white. You racist music website blogger in early 2007.
Informed my...
You just brought something up that I would like to just go back to. So Aretha...
Wait, listen to this bridge.
That was a good bridge.
It's so good.
So
anyway, go ahead.
Aretha Franklin was never on Motown, but did she have Motown songs, would you say? Like stylized, because these guys are never.
I think of her as more like Southern, even though she was from Michigan.
Straight up soul.
Yeah, she had that gritty, gospel influence.
I really need to go back and until you just said that right now, I had no idea that she wasn't on Motown and would be considered.
Yeah, no, she was on Atlantic.
Yep. Okay.
She was in the Motown era, but not a Motown artist.
From Detroit.
And those
so
productions. Yeah.
High time we Yachtski this son of a gun.
Yeah.
This is written in by our friend DJ Claire. This is Looking Glass with Brandy.
Mm-hmm.
I went off on her, on the attendees of her event for wanting to listen to it, so she demands.
That's all they wanted.
That we Yachtski this song.
They rejected airplay in favor of this.
So this is a song called Brandy, and it's from a little year that I don't know.
It's 72.
74?
1972?
I think it's 72. Yeah, because by 74, I'll get to what Looking Glass was doing in 74.
But this is not a yacht rock song?
Nope.
What,
So what Yachtski score will we give it?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like why it's not yacht rock.
Well, it's AM Gold.
It's too early.
Too early.
Zero personnel. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a storytelling song.
Yeah.
And it's not yacht.
Sounds like Marina Rock to me.
Yeah.
It's quintessential Marina Rock.
Absolutely Marina
quintessential.
Rock. Let me give you some fun facts about Looking Glass. I really dig this. They went through some lineup changes after this came out. In 1974, they changed their name to Fallen Angels. Then they changed some more members, and in 1975, they changed their name to, get this, Stars.
Oh, we just talked about
Stars with a Z from my dystopian future in which rock and roll has been outlawed episode.
Looking Glass.
Totally missed that connection.
Looking Glass.
The kiss that didn't make it. Stars. So this song, but I'm not going to say it's a disaster. I think it's proto enough that I can give this a number of like 32.
Okay. First of all, thank you, DJ Claire. Before we started recording, DJ Claire took my wife and I to the Broad Museum last weekend. It was a delightful afternoon. Dear, dear friend of the podcast, but this isn't yacht. We've told you many, many times. I'll go higher than JD. I'm going to say 42. A little closer. Agree, I could say proto, but it ain't yacht.
Yeah.
Man, I really should be writing this down.
Yeah.
You gave it a 32, JD?
Sure did, Hunter. Stare.
32. Dave, you gave it a...
I gave it a 42.
42?
Hunter.
All right.
I'm gonna go 33 and a third.
Oh, you son of a...
1/3 yacht rock.
Does that mean Hunter has to do three for the rest of the night?
It has to be infinity, or it's not mathematically accurate.
Just hold down the 3.
I mean, I'm with you guys on this. It's definitely proto. I would say it's very influential. They do talk about the sea. I think it got people going to the coasts on this bad boy.
Yeah, people flock to the beaches and the sea towns after this.
Yeah, aren't these dudes from New York or New Jersey or something?
I don't know. You're the Marina Rock guy.
We talked about them in Marina Rock, but I forgot where they were from. But it was something like New Jersey.
I think it's New Jersey.
I'm going to give it a 40, and we have a 36.825.
That is some sweet yacht rock. That's what we're doing today. We're rating things on the Yachtski scale. It's Yacht on Yacht Volume 20.
Yacht on Yacht on the 10s.
This is one of the most delightfully enjoyable things I have ever found on the internet. The entire series is available to view on the Yacht Rock webpage as well as Channel 101 and YouTube. Anyone of a similar age group or just smooth music fans would find this entertaining. I have been obsessed with it for years. Thank you for listening to Eclectic Obsessions. If you like what you've heard, please download past episodes and subscribe on iTunes for future releases. You can follow the show on Facebook at Eclectic Obsessions, on Twitter at Eclectic Obsessed1, on Instagram at Eclectic Obsessions Podcast, and on YouTube at Eclectic Obsessions. I'd love to hear what you think. Feel free to email the show at ecobpod@gmail.com. We'll be back in 1 month's time with a new Eclectic Obsession.